The season has been a memorable one, but it will come to an end for one of these teams today. Both looking to become bowl eligible by securing their 6th victory. Welcome everyone to Michie Stadium, home of the Army Black Knights, as we'll see a squad from the American, the UTSA Roadrunners, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Army Black Knights. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Black Knights will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Solid return, decent field position as he goes out of bounds at the 30. Gets the back moving. Running back searching for a hole. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line. All right, guys, let's take just a second here and talk about UTSA. For programs at this level, they are regularly fighting off the big school for diamonds in the rough. But it looks as if they won this battle with a commitment from a 3-star receiver, Jesse.
He just thought he had better opportunities on and off the field here at this program. He's going to get a lot of chances to make plays early. With his talent, expect him to start right away. And if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to be trying to find ways to get this 3-star the ball.
Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. The Roadrunners headed quickly to the line.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Roadrunners are moving quickly down the field.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Makes the catch. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Roadrunners have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Brown wants to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Barnes. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. And the Roadrunners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They got zilch on the last play. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Motion from the wide out. Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
No bones about it on that 3rd down and goal. You knew exactly what they're doing. We're not kicking field goals. We're here for touchdowns, and it is a physical run. He lowers his shoulder right between the tackles, going to get in the end zone. Way to start this football game for this offense.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. On the option. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Guys, let's give a little context to where Army is. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star offensive lineman gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the program and then develop.
Yeah, and this really was more of an emotional decision, I think, for him as well. He's been a fan of this program ever since he was a young boy, and now he's getting a chance to live out his dreams. As a 3-star, he had opportunities to go elsewhere, to play in better conferences against better competition, but this for him felt like home, and now he has a chance to go out and live that dream.
Here's a heat, and the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the Black Knights are in the hurry-up.
3rd down coming up.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Intercepted by UTSA.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got it behind the line. It's Barnes. There he goes. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The Roadrunners have moved it inside the 20. From the gun, the ground game. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Brown will throw it. And he left that one short, trying to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Into the end zone. Touchdown, UTSA!
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
That makes the score UTSA 14, 0.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. They go to the ground. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Let's look at the big picture for Army. They had a win on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star linebacker giving a verbal commitment, and getting good talent like that is what a program at this level really needs to succeed.
Yeah, this is the next step for this program, right? Continue to get talent and high school talent that can come in that they can compete with your roster right now. Those are the guys that really help you take that next step.
It's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. On the option. Now the toss. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting Hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the option. Here's the handoff. Turning it on. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Army!
Great offenses find a way to feature their playmakers. How about the creativity by the offense? Using the speedster, the wide receiver as the pitch man, and he kicks it into high gear and makes the huge, long touchdown run for this offense.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. New Mexico has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside University Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Boise State. The moment something changes in this Mountain West fight, you will hear about it here. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
Take over. 1st and 10.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Brown wants to pass. He wants to go deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
To the air on 1st down. Got his man in the middle. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. And the Roadrunners in the hurry-up.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Breaks into the open. The 40. The 30. At the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Roadrunners.
UTSA.
When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
21. Army. 7.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here comes the option. Quick toss. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Got a man. It's Hayden. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
The give to the back. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached a break, and it's UTSA on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's John. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Black Knights are on the move. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. Guys, let's give a little context to where Army is. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a 3-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
That whole building gets excited because transfer portal is one thing, but high school recruiting, when you can get somebody out of high school with some raw tools that are really good, you can see the future could be bright. You take those guys, you try to develop them instead of going into the transfer portal.
And the Black Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Makes the grab on 3rd. Oh, he's got some space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range, 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up 1st and goal.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Touchdown, Black Knights! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Pulls it in. It's Barnes. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. The Roadrunners want to move quickly. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. Brown will throw it. Moves around to clear up the vision. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. And the Roadrunners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Fights off a defender. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
The Roadrunners back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
You can tell the quarterback didn't do a good job with his eyes. You got to look people off. You got to make sure you move those safeties with your eyes by opening up or pump faking one direction. He didn't do a good job there. The safety capitalized, makes the big INT.
Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Well, there's a lot of ways to skin the cat in a running game, you know? It doesn't have to just be runs up the middle on short yardage situations. How about going jet sweep and with the receiver's speed just enough to get outside and get that first down?
With the catch, it's McGowan. Ripping through the defense. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
Running backs are wide receivers. They do such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Black Knights can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Hayden. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
To the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. And the Black Knights started this drive, backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He'll take it himself. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. He'll try to slam it in. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Gets it out fast. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone.
was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back and forth. That's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
And he puts through the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in CUSA, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. The home team is within striking distance, but time is not on their side. Time to see if they can solve this riddle. FIU has clawed its way to this lead. They say the best teams in football treat road games like business trips, and this group is on the verge of closing this deal. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to FIU. Two fan bases with very different emotions in CUSA as we send it back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Brown wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Parks. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They want to throw it. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Makes a grab on the shot. Flying out to the left. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, UT San Antonio.
That is so hard to defend. QB wants to make a play from the pocket, but does a great job escaping to his left. Eyes down the field. Palmer, he looked like a young athletic Jesse Palmer, getting outside the pocket and throwing a dime.
I would have torn my ACL if I had tried to roll out to my left like that in my playing days, but how about this quarterback keeping his eyes downfield, never quitting on the play, and finding a viable option and delivering an accurate throw so that he could advance it after the catch and take it all the way into the end zone.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Hayden. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get into the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it and fires to the left. A big play gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. The Black Knights getting set on 1st and 10.
Let's go!
Motion from the back. Gives it on the option. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback will keep it. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get 1 more snap off. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Army, 21.
Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather.
Take this one away.
On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
If I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Flying down the left side. The 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Black Knights! He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. They believe they can run right here. There he goes. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. An explosive run, and he gets it all the way up to the 50-yard line before going out of bounds.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
And the Roadrunners racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this.
He's loose. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. They've really got this offense humming. Just a fourth play of the drive, and it's first and goal. Trying to barge in. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. See if they can get it done on second and goal. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on second and goal? They'll move the wide receiver. They go right back to this guy on second and goal. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Touchdown, UTSA! An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now.
And that's the hardest part about playing a mobile quarterback. It's not the first play. The first play was a pass. It's the second play where he decides to pull it down, Jesse, becomes a running back, and makes something happen.
You're right, David. That's why so many coaching staffs now are trying to recruit dual-threat athletes at quarterback because of situations just like that. Down in the red zone, nobody open. You're not just going to throw it away and be okay kicking a field goal. You're taking off, and you're going to capitalize with a touchdown.
Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. With the last drive in for a touchdown, they'll try to do it again on this one. He'll toss it. Finding an escape route. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Turning it on. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Wants to fire on second down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
And the Black Knights are on the move. behind the line. It's Hayden.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Makes the grab. It's McGowan. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Army! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. They'll go to the air. It's complete to the left. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and with that, they take the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Offense in an empty set. Motion from the wideout. Brown will throw it. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown, Black Knights. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. New Mexico is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside University Stadium, one of the more fun places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Boise State. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything.
He's got it on the left. Open spaces. Touchdown, Roadrunners. Once he got some room, it was over.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
He's looking to throw. Floats it out in space. He's not gonna make it, and he couldn't get there to tie the game.
The score, Army 43, UTSA.
So much for playing field position. It's just a one-score game here in the third, and they're lining up for an onside kick. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will, finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quarterback making checks. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got his man in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
Offense working from the pistol. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
Man, this quarterback has been dialed in all game long. He's making outstanding decisions, and he's been so accurate throwing the football. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. It's complete to the right. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
Hey, man, this fullback is a weapon. Nice job catching the football and then turning upfield to go pick up that 1st down.
The Black Knights with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with the 1st down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run, and he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the 1st.
At the end of the quarter, guys, it's UTSA holding the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
They'll send the back in motion. They'll try to get outside. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Got room on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick 6.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open green, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense getting downfield and setting up some blocks.
The Roadrunners moving quickly to the line. Brown wants to pass. Looking for the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Pushes for the goal line. Touchdown, UTSA! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Hit as he throws. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
All right, you dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run play action. Finds his tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
And they get the completion and they get out of bounds, which is obviously important to stop the clock. But what's really important now is it's 4th down. And that made it more manageable. But obviously the clock is not as important as making sure you get this 4th down conversion.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, and I guess you get to the point where you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen. The defense comes up big. Now, it is not looking good.
Wide receiver going in motion. Brown will throw it. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, that bubble screen goes nowhere. You got to give the defender credit because he won at the point of attack, defeated the block. He was able to get to the ball carrier, get him down on the ground.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Touchdown, Roadrunners! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And the extra point splits the uprights.
UTSA 62, Army 43.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. On the run, it's McGowan.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And the Black Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. With jet sweep pass. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play, and that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on third down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. There he goes. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Army.
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end. But forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on fourth down? You make the play and get the huge explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
Getting aggressive here and going for two.
Griffin, Jackrabbit.
He wants to throw it. Working that left side now. He gets it in there for the two, and now they've chopped that lead down to 11. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Motion from the wide receiver. They want that clock to run. Past the 30. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. Fourth quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
They'll give it to him again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Roadrunners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Brown wants to pass. Buys a little time. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. And they take it in for 6 more points. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
He doesn't need anything to be open. He just makes it happen himself. Hey, I'm going to call
the fake, and he wants to throw. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the 2-point conversion. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. A run for the quarterback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Using his feet to buy time. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And they'll take over.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Brown will throw it. Keeps looking downfield. Grab near the marker. It's Barnes. Touchdown, UTSA! And the punishment has been extended. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12. It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the two. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On first down, the quarterback sneak.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Lets it fly deep downfield. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. To the air on first down. Dumps it to the back. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.